Hello, or Salwe. Welcome to part two of the video for the lesson from Monday 8:17 or Tuesday 8:18. We're going to continue with this dictatio here, in which you are going to write down the Latin that I'm speaking. Then you will check yourself against the Latin that I post, and then you will try and figure out what the sentence means. So, number 9. Oh, fantastic. Well, there's the answer. There we go. Number 9, quintus est in triclinio. Quintus est in triclinio. Quintus est in triclinio. Here's the Latin. Quintus est in triclinio. So you look here, you see some food in front of him. He has a cup in his hand. Quintus is in the triclinio, is the dining room. And notice that they lay down to eat because this is a wealthy Roman family. So that wraps up the dictatio. Now we're going to look more closely at the rest of these model sentences in your stage 1 packet. Now, if you're following this from home, you haven't had a chance to grab the stage 1 packet yet. So I'll show you where you can find it. Don't worry about paper slaves. So stage 1 packet. Let me show you where you can find it. So I'm going to back out of this presentation. I'm going to go over to It's Learning. And here's my Latin 1, It's Learning. In the planner itself, for 8:17 and 8:18, you will see a PDF here, stage 1 PDF. You can open it here, and you'll be able to follow the link, or not. It just opens in It's Learning. Another thing you can do, because this is not an ideal setup right here, is you can click Resources, and you will see towards the top, especially over here, you'll see towards the top textbooks. You'll open that. You will click on Unit 1, so Latin 1, Semester 1, and this will give you a Google Drive link. That will take you to a Google Drive folder that is full of every stage that we're going to do over the course of Latin 1. And so you'll just find the stage we're working on, which is stage 1, and you'll open it here. You're welcome to download it. You are welcome to print it if you have a printer, though neither is necessary. So this is the stage 1 packet, and we're talking about Caecilius, and we are being introduced to this family of which Caecilius is the head. This is an actual bust that was found in the house of Caecilius in the ruins of Pompeii. And we just went over these in the dictatio. Numbers 1 through 9. So this is Caecilius is the father, Metella is the mother, Quintus is the son, Clemens is the slave, Grumio is the cook, Cerberus is the dog, Caecilius is in the study, Metella is in the atrium, Quintus is in the triclinio. So there's actually 9 more of these. So what I would like for you to do, you can pause the video now and go through this PDF on your own. Try and figure out numbers 10 through 18. You're welcome to write them down. If you feel like you can figure them out without writing them down, that's okay. That's fine too. Pause this video while you give it a shot, and when you're ready to check yourself, resume. All right. Number 10, this is Clemens est in horto. Clemens is in the horto, which as you can see here, he's got a gardening spade, got a lot of plants around them. A horto is a garden. So Clemens est in horto, Clemens is in the garden. We get words like horticulture from this, caring for a garden. Okay, 11, undecim. Grumio est in culina. And notice we have our coquus here, our cook, Grumio. Where do you think he would be? Got pots, pans. Grumio is in the kitchen. Culina, like culinary. All right. Number 12. Cerberus est in via. It's Cerberus. Cerberus est canis. Cerberus is the dog. It's on a leash. Looks like he's out in the via. He is in the street. 13. Pater est in tablino. Pater in tablino scribit. So these get a little longer, a little bit more complex, multiple sentences. Pater, the father, est, is, in tablino, in the study. Pater in tablino scribit. father in the study is writing, or the father is writing in the study. This is the first time you'll see that an action word gets put at the end of the sentence, which is very different from English and something that you'll definitely get used to the more you practice. 14. Mater est in atrio. Mater in atrio sedet. We have the mother is in the living room or the atrium. The mother is sitting in the atrium. 15. Filius est in triclinio. Filius in triclinio bibit. We have Filius, the son, is in the dining room. Filius in triclinio bibit. What does it look like he's doing specifically here? Bibit means is drinking. So the son is drinking in the dining room. Okay. 16. Servus est in horto. Servus in horto laborat. That is, the servant is in the garden. Servus in horto laborat. The servant is working in the garden. 17. Coquus est in culina. Coquus in culina laborat. Coquus est in culina. The cook is in the kitchen. Coquus in culina laborat. The cook works in the kitchen or is working in the kitchen. And lastly, we have canis est in via. Canis in via dormit. The dog is in the street. The dog is sleeping in the street. All right, so that ends the model sentences. And that leads us to our the last thing for today, which is going to be a Flipgrid assignment. You are going to go to page 7, and you see the story here, Kerberus. We're going to read this in the next class and figure out what it means. But for today, we're going to practice pronunciation by using Flipgrid. You are going to read this story, and I would tell you before you go to submit anything that you practice this a couple times. Caecilius est in horto, caecilius in horto sedet. I'll go over the correct pronunciation of all this, but your assignment is to read this story out loud and record yourself using Flipgrid. On the first day of class, we signed up for these accounts, but if you weren't able to, I'll show you how to join our Flipgrid. So using your phone, phone would be most preferable, but a computer can work too if it has a webcam. So you're going to go to my course, Latin 1, and you are going to scroll down past the planner. This is how to get to Flipgrid. Once you go down past the planner, you'll see announcements and you'll see required online resources. You can follow this link right here. It'll take you to this page. The third link down is the Flipgrid for this class. It's flipgrid.com/lat1nfhs. You'll click this and open it. If you're doing this on a phone, you should be able to do all of this in a web browser until you have to record, at which point it will ask you to download the app. But I'll get there in a second. To join it, you click Join with Google and use your school account. Now you will see my class. Right here, you'll see the assignment, Kerberus reading, and the instructions are here. Record a video of yourself reading the story Kerberus out loud, following the Latin pronunciation that we've covered in today's warm-up. It says record a response. In order to record a response, if you're doing this on your phone, it'll ask you to download the app, which is, I can assure you, totally safe. It's one of the few apps that has enough privacy precautions on it that we can actually use it in school without asking for permission from parents. Nothing that you use gets saved, and nothing that you do is shared with anyone else. And the app itself isn't too heavy. So you'll have to download the app, you'll record a response, and you'll record yourself reading this story. So you can pause right now, give it a shot, and in a second here, I will go through and read this out so you can hear a correct pronunciation of this story. So pause now and resume it when you want to check yourself. Okay, so the story, Kerberus. Caecilius est in horto. Caecilius in horto sedet. Servus est in atrio. Servus in atrio laborat. Metella est in atrio. Metella in atrio sedet. Quintus est in tablino. Quintus in tablino scribit. Kerberus est in via. Coquus est in culina. Coquus in culina dormit. Cerberus intrat, Cerberus circumspectat, quibus est in mensa, canis salit, canis in mensa stat, grumio stertit, canis litrat, grumio surgit, coquus est iratus, pestis, furcifer, coquus clamat, Cerberus exit. That concludes class for today. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you're out, please drop me a line on It's Learning and just let me know, and I will do everything I can to support you. I appreciate your time, and walete.